Good evening, live from Student Central and on Ram Air 1350M. This is Hustings Live 2011. Before we kick off with the ceremony, I'm going to hand over briefly to Kat Doherty, the returning officer for these elections, for a quick introduction, then we'll get on with the proceedings.
Thank you very much, Phil. I just really want to say, first of all, congratulations for all standing in the elections. It's going to be a really exciting one this year, and for people who've come down to support their candidates and ask questions of those candidates, and to just really say hello and introduce myself. So, hello, and back to Phil.
Thank you, Kat. Right, welcome to Hustings 2011. For those of you that have never been to Hustings before, it's basically a chance for you to hear from all the candidates standing in the elections, and also the opportunity to ask questions to them, which you'll be able to do through the course of tonight. Hustings is live in Student Central. If you come on down to the Union Mall, you can take part live, or it's streaming live on Ram Air 1350am, ramair.co.uk/listen. Just a bit of information before we get on to the actual Hustings part. If you'd like to see all the manifestos of the candidates, you can do that in several different ways. You can come to the front desk where you can get one of the manifesto booklets, which have copies of all the manifestos, photos, information, and Emily will be handing those out possibly. I don't know. She looks like she was ready to do so. Do you want to go and distribute them round if anyone fancies one of those? You can also see the full manifestos online at ubuonline.co.uk/elections, where you can also download the notice of poll and see other things that you can make up your mind about candidates, including YouTube videos of a lot of the candidates. Don't forget, you can also find information out on individual candidates' Facebook groups, Twitter feeds, all sorts of things like that. I'm just going to briefly go over the dates for elections to remind everybody. Hustings take place today and tomorrow from 6 till 10 in Student Central. You'll be able to download all the hustings that are recorded as podcasts later on, so you can listen back to either yourself, or if you've missed them or want to hear back to what candidates are saying, you'll be able to do so from later this evening. Elections themselves open at midnight on Wednesday morning and close at midnight on Thursday evening, so you've got a 48-hour voting window. You do that via ubuonline.co.uk/elections. Wherever you may be, there will also be various polling stations and ballot laptops around the campus. Results will be revealed for elections at around about 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, but you'll be able to keep up with all the latest information via ubuonline.co.uk/elections, and of course full results will be available in the next issue of the Bradford Student. So tonight it's first part of Hustings, so we'll be doing the following positions and candidates. We'll be starting with Community Engagement Officer. Standing for this is Abdul Basit Ali and Ron. Reopen nominations. International Students Officer, Matthias Wazoki, Aid Al-Gwim, Vela Wang, and reopen nominations. There will be then a small break. We'll then go for Union Secretary Treasurer, candidates being Alasine Kamara Alpha, Joseph Allen, and reopen nominations. Then Academic Affairs Officer, Sean Dolat, Imad Imi Farmus, and Ron, reopen nominations. There will be then another short break before we go on to the final position of the evening, which will be candidates for the Media and Entertainment Officer, who are Rochelle Hunt, Neil Hall, Gareth Jones, Philip Heritage Shaw, and Ron, reopen nominations. A few quick things about the rules of all the candidates. Part-time officers will have a 1-minute opening speech. There will be then questions to all candidates and 30-second summation speeches. For sabbatical positions, there will be a 2-minute opening, questions to all candidates, then a 1-minute summation. There will be a 20-minute overall limit for part-time positions and a 40-minute for sabbatical positions. If you have a question that you want to pose to all candidates for a particular position or multiple positions, please give them to Michael Allhouse, who will check those over for you. We will remind candidates and question askers to keep their questions and their answers concise and straight to the point, so we're not burning the midnight oil or whatever we do that. As well as submitting them in person, you can of course submit them via Ram Air. All you need to do is email your question to studio@ramair.co.uk or text the word Ram Air, that's RAMAIR, then your question to 60300. Standard rate applies. That's a lot of information you can see, of course, on ubuonline.co.uk/elections. And don't forget to get your questions in to Michael Allhouse. But we're now going to kick off with the first position, which is for Community Engagement Officer, which is a part-time position. The Community Engagement Officer is responsible for representing students in matters relating to the wider Bradford community. So standing for this position, Abdul Basit Ali and Ron reopen nominations. Abdul, if you could come up to the mic in front of reception, please. Okay, you're listening to Hustings Live in Student Central on Ram Air. Right, you have a 1-minute opening speech, and that starts now.
Hi all. Is it working?
Second.
Yep. Hello.
Okay, you've got a 1 minute then, starting now.
Right, I'm running for Community Engagement Officer. Basically, it's a new role that's been created, and I'll be working mainly with the local community, ensuring that students are actively involved in the local community as well. So I've got lots of ideas around how students can be involved, and also ensuring that local schools as well are, there's links between the union and the university and local schools, because a lot of times you get a lot of students that are in sixth form colleges or year 11 and they don't really know what university is about or what kind of facilities available in terms of student union and student activism and stuff like that. So by ensuring that going to schools and actively engaging students and the wider community, we can ensure that the union is benefiting the local community and doing lots more. Is that okay?
Okay, there you go. You heard the opening speech there for Abdul Basit Ali, standing for Community Engagement Officer. Michael, do we have any questions?
Not yet.
Nothing yet. Has anyone got any questions for the candidates for Community Engagement Officer? Do we have any from Ram Air? That's good. We'll just go and check any from Ram Air. Don't forget, you can, of course, vote online at ubuonline.co.uk/elections. Okay, we've no questions through Ram Air, none in the House. Okay. Right, well, we've got a question for all candidates to all positions, okay? Do you feel your campaign tactics have adequately reflected your policies, i.e. fairness, inclusion, equality, etc.? So, Abdul, if you'd like to answer that question for us.
Well, to be fair, I haven't really campaigned much since I'm running on my own, so they have been pretty fair, and I believe, yeah, so it's all good. Is that good?
That was a straight to the point answer to that question. Anything else for candidates for the Community Engagement Officer? Okay, thank you. Right, Abdul, if you now... we've got one more. You're listening live to Hustings 2011 in Student Central, Union Mall and ramair.co.uk on 1350 AM. We're just waiting to see if anybody is wanting to ask any more questions for the position of Community Engagement Officer. Don't forget you can read the manifestos for this position and, of course, every other position in the manifesto booklet, which is available here in Student Central at Hustings or, of course, online at ubuonline.co.uk/elections. Michael, have we got that question coming up?
We do.
Right, okay, we're just holding that. Just need some lift music or something just to sort of take the gap on there. I'm not telling any jokes, I will lose everybody from the room here. So you're listening to Hustings Live. Don't forget, if you've got any questions for any of the candidates, we're going with International Students Officer next, then Union Secretary Treasurer, Academic Affairs Officer and Media and Entertainments Officer. If you have any questions for those roles, get them into Michael very soon. It's a shame he hasn't got his top hat on at the moment, but I can see him in his bright white T-shirt, so it's fine. Okay, he's just checking over that question to make sure it's suitable. By his, I don't know, his intense criteria. Do you have a lot of criteria for these? Okay. Right, okay, this is a question for the position of community engagement. Policy of the union supports saving Bradford's Odeon Theatre on Great Horton Road. The decision is coming soon. What will you do to support the city in this?
Last year, I'm pretty sure there was a motion passed by council in support of saving the Odeon, and we'll obviously from that motion we can take it further in ensuring that we do actively support that the Odeon does stay where it is. So again, during the time where they were starting some work there was a lot of students around there just doing all sorts of graffiti work and lots of other things that were just ensuring that students, it's being saved. Recently we also saved the free city bus, so we're campaigning, again going to the councillors, going to the town hall and doing lots of stuff, whatever we can to ensure it happens. We've done it before, we'll do it again. Okay.
Okay, any further questions for Community Engagement Officer? Okay, we'll now move on to the 30-second... Oh, we've got another one? Have we got any more questions? Okay, that's all the questions there, I think. No more? Right, we'll now move on to the 30-second summation speech for the Community Engagement Officer. Abdul, your 30 seconds starts now.
please vote Abdul for Community Engagement Officer. Thank you very much.
Okay, there you go. You heard there from the candidates for Community Engagement Officer. They were Abdul Basit Ali and Ron. Reopened nominations. Like all candidates and all voting, you can vote from midnight on Wednesday morning through till the end of Thursday at midnight via ubuonline.co.uk/elections.